Thank you very much indeed. Oh, that's a lovely warm welcome from these people here from Drumshanbo tonight. And we came here through snow, and we came down by car, but we were accompanied on the organ by Norman Medcalf. So there he is. Okay, now. Great. But before we came on the air, as always, we drew out a ticket, and it's a lady's ticket. The lady holding ticket number 79. Where are you? Lady number 79. Up you come. Hello. I'll take your ticket, and you step in there. Give me the easy questions, says number 79. Number 79, what's your name?
Anne Malidi.
Who?
Anne Malidi.
Anne Malidi. There is a fan from Mullingar in the audience down there somewhere. Well, Anne, I tell you what, while you're catching your breath, can I have a word with the people at home about this week's super prize? You get used to the setup there. While I tell you that this week, our super prize comes from Board Fortune. And in fact, it's a travel voucher worth £300 for a Discover Ireland holiday. So if you went in to buy it, it would cost you 300 quid. But tonight, it goes to the first competitor to stop on the number that you will be able to see on your screen just now. Now, of course, here in the studio, we can't actually see that number, Anne, but it doesn't matter to us. But I hope you stop on it. Are you a great girl for holidays, Anne?
Yes, yes.
Do you know Ireland backwards?
Well, I've been to practically all the counties.
I see. If you won the holiday voucher, where would you go in Ireland?
Oh, in Ireland.
Apart from Mullingar.
I can't think.
Well, you have plenty of time to make up your mind. I tell you what, let's get you thinking with a nice, easy question. You know Ireland, you say very well.
I hope, yeah.
Can you tell me for 35p's, what is the longest river in Ireland?
The Shannon.
Is right. We're on to 10p's, and here we go. And you're doing great. For 10p's, what is a walrus? A walrus. What sort of a yoke is that?
Oh.
Will it not come?
No.
Well.
No.
Nothing happening. It's a sea animal. That's what it is. It's a sea animal. Big fellow with a moustache.
Yes.
Right. Okay. We've got 23 lights left on the board. And don't forget, you've 2 chances to shout stop if the answer won't come. Next question coming up. Are you a married lady, Anne?
Yes.
You are? What is a trousseau? It's
all the outfit before you get married.
It is. Norman helping you there with a little bit of bridal music. And have you still any of your trousseau left?
Yes.
Yeah, well then you're still a bride. That's what they say. As long as you have 1 bit left, you're still a bride. So hang on to it. For 23 20p's, here we go. Where would you find your vertebrae? Your vertebrae?
In your... Is it in your back?
It is in your back, yes. Well done. Well done. Norman was playing Back Home in Tennessee there. And you didn't know it, did you not? But you got the right answer anyway. You're doing grand. You've 2 chances to shout stop. Will we play for 50s?
Please.
Okay, Anne, here we go with your 50p question. 23 lights going on this. Damascus is famous for its fabrics, especially its rich silk with a raised pattern. And what I want to know is, what is that silk called?
Stop the lights.
Stop the lights. You're going to kick yourself. Oh. Damask. From Damascus. Damask from Damascus. 1 chance left, Andrew. And you're very confident. Are you used to appearing in public?
Well, I used to sing.
I see.
Bit, yeah.
I see. I was thinking that you know, you get a sense of people who are used to appearing in public.
My legs are going like this.
Are they? Yeah. Well, if you can do it in time, you know, you can be a star pop singer. 23 50p still going on this. From what animal does venison come?
Venison is it the deer?
It's those deer hearts and tender people, right? Norman was playing Dear Hearts.
I didn't hear that either.
Yes, okay. You have 23 50p's. Will we play on for pounds?
No, chances.
Okay, and you've 1 chance to shout stop, and here we go. This isn't as difficult as it sounds. Now, relax and think. As what was Albino Luciani better known? Albino Luciani, better known as
Stop the lights.
Stop the Lights, Pope John Paul I. Of course, you see, of course. Okay. Another pound question coming up, Anne. And here we go with £20 riding in this one, and no chance to shout stop, so you better get this one right. What famous detective, Anne, was created by the author Sir Arthur Conan Doyle?
Was it Sherlock Holmes?
It was Sherlock Holmes. Good job. Well done. Good. And you own £20. You're very welcome to take it. You've no chance to shout stop, or you could turn it into £100 if you wanted to play on for £5. Who are you with?
No, a few friends in the corner there.
A few friends in the corner.
Katie, Wynne and...
Well, but Jove, I don't know if we can get over to that crowd.
I'm going.
They all say go on. Now listen, man, don't mind what are the friends' names again?
Katie, Wynne and John McCarthy and...
Katie and John, would you chassoo us over there till we have a go at you? What do you say, John and Katie?
Oh, I keep going, so. Nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
Only £20.
Only £20 at this stage. Okay. It's a fairly topical question at the time of this recording. What was the name of the tanker that exploded at Whiddy Island?
No, I can't think of it.
It won't come, will it not? Betelgeuse was the name of it. That was the name. And you've stopped on number 13. I can ignore it, or you can... would you like me to read card number 13?
Please.
Okay. I'm going to read card number 13 for you. And here we go with your card number 13. It's going to suit you down to the ground, Anne.
Oh, no.
For a £30 bonus, that is, you get £30, whatever happens to the board, would you sing a verse of your favourite song? And this is your big moment. What are you going to do?
I'll sing something.
Well, you can do that. Maybe you start. Do you want a key or anything from Norman?
No, I'll just do one verse of
you do
Amazing Grace, I think.
Amazing Grace. Okay, Norman can come in after you start. Go ahead.
Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saves a wretch like me. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to feel, and grace will lead us on.
Well, I got you 30 quid. They wouldn't pay as much as that for singing at weddings. Mind if you could get Norman with you. I thought Norman's accompaniment wasn't bad off the top of his head there, really, and he got in there very fast. Okay, so you've got £30, and no matter what happens. However, on the board, you still have 13 fivers, right? Mm-hmm. So you've got £65 then riding on this one, and here it is. Listen carefully. How much is a colour TV licence? How much is a colour television licence?
18, 30, 35?
Pardon?
30 or 35, I don't know it.
You were a bit on the cheap side. It's 38, actually. 38. You've still got £30 up there, almost the price of a colour TV licence. Another £5 question coming up. This is worth £30, and here we go. Which of the planets, Anne, in the solar system is the planet closest to the sun? And the name of this programme might be a help.
Saturn?
No.
No.
Mercury.
Mercury.
They tell me Quicksilver is another name for Mercury. And we've run out of lights, but we had a lovely song, and 30 quid was well worth it. Thank you very much indeed for singing for us. Well done. Let's take a blue ticket off the top. No, off the top. Good. No, you call out the number there, love. You call it out yourself.
70.
Number 70. And take the ticket with you to the bank bench. We look for a gentleman number 70. Well done. Okay. Thank you, sir. Step in there. What's your name?
Joe McCormick.
Joe. Okay,
Noel.
Joe. Noel.
Noel.
I beg your pardon. I couldn't hear you there for a minute. With the burst of applause there was, where you got it out fancy. Are you from Drumshanbo?
No, Ballinamore.
Where is that? What's that? 6, 7 miles away, is it?
No, about 8.
8 miles away. I see. Okay. I thought you would have taken within the nearest mile, Noel. Anyway, okay. Noel, you're ready to play, are you? Okay,
Yep.
Here we go then with your first question. RTE recently announced its longest-running serial will soon come to an end. Noel, what's the name of the serial?
The Ratings.
The very thing. Good man. We're off now. We're 10 feet. Playing for 10 Bs, what is the most northerly point in Ireland?
Donegal.
Donegal, yeah. At the bit of Donegal, that's the most northerly point in Ireland. Weather forecasts often mention this one.
Mallinhead.
Mallinhead is right. You just got it on the bell. Well done, man. Come on. Well done. You knew that one real well, Noel. It just wouldn't come. Here's a 20p question for you with 23 lights on the board. Where would you find a polar bear? Would it be at the North Pole or the South Pole?
South Pole.
Pardon?
South Pole.
I beg your pardon?
North Pole.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry, Noel, I couldn't hear you there with Norman playing The Sash My Father Wore there. He was trying to get you to the north. Right, okay. 50p is coming up, Noel. Here's your 50p question. You're listening, don't forget you've 2 chances to shout stop now. What does a barometer measure?
Air pressure. Weather.
What's the first thing you said?
Air pressure.
Pressure, that's right. Atmospheric pressure is right. Good, well done. So you got that one right. You've got 1950p's to call your own. Play for pounds, yeah? Okay. Don't forget you've 2 chances to shout stop. Every one of those lights worth £1 each now, Noel, so it gets kind of serious now. In January, a summit meeting took place between 4 of the Western leaders on a West Indian island. Noel, what was the name of that island?
Stop the lights.
Stop the lights. Guadeloupe was the name of the island in the news around about that time. Another £1 question coming up, and here it is. Who said, "Friends, Romans, and countrymen, lend me your ears"?
Mark Antony.
Mark Antony is right. Good man. Well done, Noel. Norman, was that O.O. Antonio? Is that what you read? Well, that was Mark Antony. Yeah, that was a kind of... Okay, fine. You've 1 chance to shout stop, Noel. You've got 19 quid to call your own. You're very welcome to take it, or you can move on and turn it into £95, or you can have a chat with your supporters club.
Move on.
You'll move on. No chat. Okay, right. You want to go for £95. Don't forget, you've 1 chance to shout stop. Listen carefully. Not difficult, I think. The Shah of Iran has been in the headlines recently. What was his country known as before it became Iran? The Shah.
Stop lights.
Stop lights. Persia. Not too difficult. We're on card 13 again. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't ask me to sing.
Okay, you want me to read it? Well, here's the way it comes off the top. It's a difficult one. We've never had it before. It says, answer the questions you've missed so far for a bonus of £20. Right? Okay, so I'm going to have to dive back here and see what questions you missed and see if you could get them. Now, isn't that a tough one, really? It is a tough one. Here we go. Okay, I have them. Right. What is the most northerly point in Ireland?
Mallinhead.
You staggered that one the last time. Where would you find a polar bear?
North Pole.
Have you been to the South Pole now? I tell you, if you walk down the main street in Drumshanbo today, there's no difference as far as I can see between it and here, because there's 8 inches of snow out there at the moment. Okay, what does a barometer measure?
Air pressure.
Air pressure's okay. Now, here's one you missed. In January, a summit meeting took place on a West...
Guadeloupe.
Right, okay. The Shah of Iran. It's been in the head... What?
Persia.
Persia, right, he's done it. Okay, got him all right. Fine. Okay. So you've got a bonus there, 20 quid going for you, that's not bad. You've got £65 and one chance to shout stop. Okay, Noel, here we go. We've never before asked a question about a book before it was published. Now, the book we have in mind is The Devil's Alternative. That's the name of the book. The author lives in County Wicklow. I want you to tell me what his name is for £65.
Stop the lights.
Stop the lights. Frederick Forsyth is his name. He's the man who wrote The Day of the Jackal, right? Are you politically interested, Noel?
Sort of.
Sort of. That's a cagey enough answer. I won't avoid that. Okay, we're going to plunge into British politics. Noel, who is the leader of the British Liberal Party? The British Liberal Party.
Big fellow.
His name is David Steele. David Steele, and you know that one pretty well, do you? You know that one pretty well. Okay. This is a difficult enough one, I think, but that's the way they come out in the £5 box. The Queen of England has 4 children. 2 of them are Prince Charles and Princess Anne. Can you name either of the other 2?
Prince Mark.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, sorry, no, Prince Mark.
Either of the other 2. I think Norman was playing Eileen Alana, but I don't know. But as far as was that what it was?
And I love her so.
Oh, I see, yes. Andrew was one, and Edward was the other. Well, I'm sorry, Noel, that we've run out of lights on the board, but by answering the questions that you had been given before, non-stop, you earned 20 quid, so that's something to take to the bank. Before you go, will you draw, yes, a yellow ticket. 99. Okay. The ticket is number 99. You go and sit beside Anne while we look for number 99, a lady number 99 in the audience. Well done. Hello, number 99.
Hello.
How are you?
Well,
Who are you?
Grania McGee.
Hello, Grania McGee. Ready to play?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. What river runs through Cork, Grania McGee?
The Lee.
Is right. On to 10p's, no delay. At what sport does Eddie Macken excel?
Horse riding.
Horse riding is right. He's a show jumper, of course. A tricky one now. Anne, is that what you said your name was?
Grania.
Grania, I beg your pardon. Grania, it's a tricky one. Think about it. In what county is Shannon Airport?
Clare.
Is right. Good girl, you got it. Good. Okay. You've lost no lights. We're on to 50s, and here's your 50p question. Grania, who went up the mountain to get the 10 Commandments?
Moses.
It's the very guy, right, yeah. And somebody said that God has been telling us ever since, Grania, to keep taking the tablets. So you can work it out for yourself. Will we play for pounds?
Yeah.
Yes, you've lost no lights. You've 2 chances to shout stop, and here's your pound question. If the temperature was 10 degrees centigrade, what would it be Fahrenheit?
Stop the lights.
Stop the lights. 50 is the answer to that one. Another pound question coming up. For £30 with 1 chance to shout stop, Grania, here's your question. In the film The Godfather, who played the title role?
Stop the lights.
Stop the lights. It was a young fellow called Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando is the guy that... Don't clap, she didn't get it right. Don't clap, she didn't get it right. You've got £30, no chance to shout stop. Listen carefully. Grania, are you working?
No, I'm still at school.
What school are you at?
Mohawk Vocational School.
I see. And at what stage are you at?
4th year.
4th year. I see. Can I say to you that you look a very mature 4th year lady? Is that all right to say that? Right, okay, right. Now listen, no trouble this to a 4th year lady. Cirrus, cumulus, and stratus. Cirrus, cumulus, and stratus are all types of what?
Clouds.
Is right. Good girl, well done. Grania, you've no chance at all left to stop the lights. You've got £30 to call your own. You're welcome to take it.
No, I'll go on.
You'll go on? Okay. Do you read the papers a lot, Grania?
Yeah, a fair bit.
A fair amount. Okay. Here's a fairly topical one for you. Listen carefully. As from February the 2nd, Jim Murray of the National Social Services Council has a new job. It's a job of national importance. What is it?
Don't know.
Have a guess.
Something with RTE.
I know, he's going to work for a living, this fella. No. He is actually, I'm telling you he's going to work. He will be the new Director of Consumer Affairs. The Director of Consumer Affairs. That's the job. £115 going here. Here we go. What year was the Battle of the Boyne fought? In what year was the Battle of the Boyne? Guess it.
1698.
Yeah? 1690?
63.
I beg your pardon? The line, you got it wrong both times. It was 1690. 1690 was the... Brilliant. You know what you've done, do you?
Yeah.
You've won yourself £300 worth of holidays, Grania. Well done. You've stopped on this week's ticket number. Well done. Good. Beautiful. Grania, whatever happens, you've got 300 quid's worth of a holiday, so we'll move on and see if we can add £80 to that for spending money, and here we go. Which British queen married the German Prince Albert? Which British queen was married to Prince Albert? Queen
Victoria.
is right. Good girl, you got it. Well done. Well done. Claudia, well done, love. You've won £70 and £300 worth of a holiday. Now, as quickly as you can, will you draw a blue ticket for us? Because I feel the clock is beating us. And shout out the number.
94.
Number 94. Go and sit beside Noel. Thank you. Well done, love. Good job. You're welcome, sir. Well, a fine big man has joined up here with an enormous cheer. Why were they all cheering? Are you the most popular man in the town?
I don't know.
You are, are you?
I must be.
You must be. What's your name?
Michael Waters.
Michael Waters. Okay, Mike. Well, Michael, we call you Mick or Michael?
Mick, yes.
Mick, okay, Mick. Mick, I have a feeling the clock might be against us, so I'm going to go as quickly as I can, because the further up that board you can get, the better. Okay, first question coming up. What sort of a creature would have webbed feet?
Stop the lights.
Stop the lights, okay. Any sort of waterfowl would have... Do you know the bell is gone, Mick?
Okay.
Do you know what that means? That what you have done, Michael Waters, you've come up, you've failed your first question, but you keep 35p and you have a chance to win £30 on the bank account. Well done, good man, well done. Right. So, settle down now while we turn our attention to Anne, Noel, Grania, and Mike. Mick, are you settled down there all right? There's a buzzer right up on the top, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 4 pieces of information. After each piece I'll stop. If you think you know the answer after any of the clues, press the buzzer, but if you're wrong, I will go on with the other 3 and eliminate you, okay? Here we go. First piece of information coming up. Originally, they were used for riding and covered the knee. Nobody wants to go on that clue, so there's 3 lights gone. On to the next one. They are called after a famous duke who lived from 1769, and it's Anne the singer.
Wellingtons?
Wellingtons is right. Good girl. Well done. So there you are, a terribly fast program, really. The time seemed to be very short. Anne, let me recap on you just very quickly. I think you got £30 for Amazing Grace, which was well worth it, and £27 to add to that is £57. Noel, for answering the questions you had missed, you earned a bonus of £20. Grania, you did best of all, with £300 worth of holidays, and I think £70 worth of spending money to add to that. And Mick, you were beaten by the bell, but you got, I think, web feet and 35p. So, well done. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you very much indeed. And thank you very much indeed for looking in. Until next week, from Norman Medcalf. And from me, bye-bye till next week. Bye-bye. Well done.